Hello, good afternoon and welcome to RC Four Wheel Trails. I am Mike, and as you can see in the background we've got another, I don't want to say unboxing video, it's a review video. And yes, I know for all those that have been into RC cars and stuff for a long while now, you will know exactly what this is. This has been out for, I want to hesitate to say, I'm not quite sure, it's 4 or 5 years it's been out for now. And I sort of don't see the point, really. If I'm completely honest, I don't even know why I'm making a video on this, because there's been so many videos made on this particular vehicle, but I wanted to get it, and this is more of just a factor. I really wanted to buy it, and I just thought I'll do a really quick review on it. So I'm not going to gas on for too long, because like I said, it has been out for a while. So let's pop it out really quick, because I don't want to bore you all to tears. So it is, obviously, for those that don't know, this is a 1/12 scale Type 82, and I can never pronounce it, kubelwagen, I'm not quite sure, so you have to excuse my horrible way of explaining it, what it is actually, but this is the piece in all its glory. So anyway, I wanted to get, and I am filming in my front room, as you can see, because I've got too much shadow in the kitchen. I've just realised I've got a load of shadow there, so I don't know how well this is coming out on camera. But anyway, brain fog. So I'm just going to go over some of the key points of the car really quickly for those that don't know it. Excuse me, lose my voice. Quick sip of my tea. Sorry about that. Key features just for those that don't know it, and then we'll probably get straight into actually what it is like off, or should I say, out on the trails. Now, I will mention one thing. This is it's no crawler by any means of the word. It's not even a trail truck. Excuse me. This is purely for the people that like scale vehicles. And at this channel, as much as we love, our trail trucks is what we're all about, and we do a bit of the occasional crawler videos, and we do like our military vehicles, tanks. I do love my scale stuff. I was actually after getting the Jeep Willys. Is it the Jeep Willys from the same company, Rock Hobby, which is the same company as FMS and all that good stuff. But to be perfectly honest, it's still commanding very, very good money, and I didn't want to pay nearly £300 for it. This I paid £169 for, shipped. It came within 3 days, so it was a bit of a no-brainer. So anyway, it is a very, very, very nicely done vehicle. Has full opening doors, so like I said, you can just do that. It has got little metal latches. Let's get some extra zoom on, and I do apologise about this lighting. So like I said, there we go, that's a bit better. So it has got excuse me, real metal there, obviously plastic handles. You have got simulated little cloth seats. It's got its gauges. Now, I used to do die-cast related videos many years ago. Should I say, big collector of large scale, mainly 1/18 scale die-cast model cars. And this rivals any top end decent die-cast model car. It's so finely done. Like I said, it's got independent suspension. It has quite a tiny little battery that actually goes under the bonnet there. This bonnet does come off. I'm not going to do it, but this bonnet, you pop the screen up and this lifts out, and then the battery is actually about there. Little dinky little battery. And obviously it's got 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, high and low box. It has got like a crawler gear, but obviously, like I said, this is no crawler. It does have, if I can get to it, my great big man fingers to bear with me, it has got a relatively detailed little engine, which again, can you see it? There you go. And obviously when the vehicle is being driven or used, the little belt there goes round. It's got all functioning lights. It's got everything, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, this has been done many, many times before. One thing I do like, which it does have on the front, if we get extra zoom, it does have Bosch written in the lights, or printed in the lights. they've gone all out on this. They really have done a superb job. It is quite flimsy, but like I said, this is the sort of thing you stick on your shelf. You occasionally use it. This was just a pure whim buy. I will be driving it though. I do drive all my vehicles. I do drive them all fairly regularly. So a little information about this truck before we get underway on the best bits of the video. So the VW Type 82, and I can't pronounce the rest of it, kubelwagen, whatever it's called, was a lightweight air-cooled vehicle designed by Ferdinand Porsche between, I think it's in production off the top of my head, from about 1940 to about 1945 for the German war machine. It had, I think it was about 55,000 units, I believe, that was made, and it had a little tiny 995cc, basically 1000cc little flat 4 engine. This was based off the Porsche. No, I lie, sorry, this was based off the Volkswagen, off the early, late 30s Volkswagen. And like I said, if you look up about the real vehicle, this was, for its time, very, very clever. And this was their sort of answer to the Jeep Willys. And like I said, this thing in real life, as far as I'm aware of, was made to go on sort of sandy beaches and sort of grassy areas and all that type of good stuff. But anyway, that is a lot. That's about all I'm going to say about it. Like I said, it has been out quite a few years, and it is, in my opinion, what I paid for it. You're getting a lot of vehicle. But like I said, make no bones about it, this is basically a very highly detailed model that happens to be able to be driven. So with that, we'll get straight into it being driven. I have just bought a little 6-inch man to go in this, which unfortunately hasn't come in the post yet. I've got a little figure of John Wick, which I thought would look appropriate driving this, because obviously it does need a driver. But anyway, I'm going to make a video driverless for the moment, and we'll come back for the final thoughts and give what I think this vehicle, if it is any good or not. So please bear with me. Right, so I'm back, and that was quite good fun. As you could see, all I did was took it on some soft grass and on a little bit on the beach there. I didn't run it for very long. I just wanted to basically show what it looks like in sort of like more of its scale environment where you would run this if you're going to run this. This thing is great on pavements, you know, patios, front rooms, and like I said, out in the little short spongy grass and compacted sand, compacted earth, that type of thing. It handled exactly like I thought it would be. Doesn't take long to get into trouble, but like I said, this is all about the scale experience. This would look great with my, I've got a 1/16 scale Tiger 1 tank from Hanglong. Obviously, this is, the scales are not right, but it would look good if you had that, excuse me, in the distance. But so yeah, I suppose you could be disappointed about this if you thought it was more capable. I knew this isn't a capable vehicle, but I want to get through. That doesn't mean I'm not liking this. I'm really happy it is, when you see it online or pictures of it, it doesn't do it justice. When you have it in your hand, it's tangible, and you take it out, it really is good fun. So as long as you keep that in mind, and like I said, my son was doing the filming, my son had a little go with it, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. And as he did point out to me, I did want to just show briefly, because I didn't really show it. So let's get some extra zoom on again and just show it. So if you can see that, so out the pink pen, you just to actually run this, obviously if the battery's already in and connected, there is an actual start button that you push there, and it's just like the real thing. The real thing would have had a start button there. You're supposed to turn the controller on first, then do the start button, which I didn't do. So let's just check that it's, sorry, bear with me, trying to do this one hand, and look, there we go. So that is where the start button goes. Let's just take some extra step back, and we'll just quickly run it on the table here. So there we go. So that's its granny gear, as I call it, and then you change again, and you've got a much higher gear, and then you hold this. So there's your first and second gear, basically. That's low gear, granny gear. That's your high rate gear, and then you hold, which is channel 4. Hold it down. You hear it, and that's in 2-wheel drive. So that's basically granny gear, 2-wheel drive, and there you go. And as you can see, it sort of does go up and down. I'm just explaining this because I didn't explain this in the earlier part of the video, and obviously didn't explain it on the run as I just went into it. Again, you hold down channel 4, it comes back into 4-wheel drive, and then if you press this button, normally you've got the front lights. You can see again, you've got high beam, and then you press it again, and you've got the little light that was used in the wartime, basically. So you could sort of, wasn't so much you could see where you were going, but it was more that they could see you coming. But it was designed that planes wouldn't see it. If you press it again, that light is on. But anyway, so that is about it. Very happy with it. Glad I've got it. Like I said, it is all right in its own environment. But with that, please consider like, sharing and subscribing. Like I said, we are new to this. We are a small little channel, and we are a father and son channel. My son is only 8, hence why you don't see him much in the videos, but he is in them because obviously I'm just trying to, I don't really want him, he's a bit shy at the minute, and obviously as he gets older, he'll be playing a bigger part. But my son does most of the filming, and like I said, he's equally as good as me, so you can't tell which one of us is actually driving the vehicles. He's really into this, so that is what we're all about. We are a father-son RC team, and we're hoping to grow this together as it's great bonding. But anyway, I'm waffling on. With that, I'll see you all very soon. Stay tuned for more review videos, crawling videos, trail videos, and obviously we do a lot of shorts, as we both enjoy the shorts. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching.